That's when I used the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
When you need legal help, turn to the law offices of Craig L. Cook. With over 40 years combined experience, the Cook Law Team works for you. If you've been injured in an auto accident, hurt on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help with bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
KERX, Paris Fort Smith.
Hey, we can't make you a morning person, but we can make your mornings.
ESPN 95.3.
This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Farm Credit. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com.
If I was on 6 staffs where you go into the season and everybody's got you fired, 3 of them was fired during the season, 3 of them were fired the day after the season, and 1 of them was fired before the season. But I control this. So am I happy that we are bowl eligible? Yes, for everybody in the building and that staff besides me. I've never worried about that. Still don't. I'm going to be fine one way or the other, but I'm going to fight like hell for the University of Arkansas the entire time that I'm the head coach.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
And Tommy Kraft.
They're gonna go nuts when he hits this thing.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about this, Cowboy?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those. Oh.
I just want to go and get my hot take in from the jump, if that's okay. Tommy, Big C, is that okay? Yeah. And it's not an Arkansas-related hot take. To me, Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, A&M, South Carolina, Bama, Ole Miss, maybe even LSU and Missouri are better than Indiana, who got walloped in the horseshoe this weekend. And yet, several of those teams will not be in the college football playoff, and Indiana still has a chance to make the college football playoff after the one talented team that they played all season, they got crushed, humiliated in the second half. They gave them a good first quarter. You want to say good first half, but it really wasn't much of a game after that.
SEC's done it to themselves, right? That's why Indiana still has a chance. That's why Clemson this morning still has a chance in large part, right? I saved this. I saw this on the internet, so it can't be wrong. Tennessee beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma beat Bama. Bama beat Georgia. Georgia beat Texas. Texas beat Vandy, but Vandy beat Bama. Bama beat South Carolina. South Carolina lost to beat A&M. A&M then beat Florida, but Florida beat Ole Miss. Ole Miss beat Arkansas, and Arkansas beat Tennessee. So, I mean, the cannibalization of the SEC is what's giving a team like Indiana a shot to still be in the mix.
And does this help the argument for or against moving to 9 games in the SEC?
Oh, that's
because if you think that moving to 9 games is going to help, we're seeing teams like Oklahoma and Auburn who on paper don't look like they can compete against Texas A&M and Alabama. But because it's an SEC roster, because it's at home in these hostile SEC venues like we saw in Jordan-Hare Stadium and Gaylord Memorial on Saturday night, Alabama just can't sleepwalk. Texas A&M can't sleepwalk into these games. And that makes your Auburn win look better, I should add, because you dominated them in that football game. So I would say, like, if you add another layer, another week in this conference to this league, you're only going to see more games like this.
Compound your problem.
Yes, exactly. Hey, happy Monday. Glad you're here. 877-377-6963. 6963 to jump in with me, Tommy, Big C. Clay's going to be along with us at 10 o'clock this morning. Apparently the internet's out at the fly shop, so he's going to be joining us via phone at 10 o'clock, so we'll hear from them. We want to hear from you as well. I know there's plenty of reaction. Hog football wins. Hog basketball wins. Hey, even the Dallas Cowboys won this weekend, Big C.
Who had that?
Even I didn't have it.
How about them Cowboys?
Congratulations to your Dallas Cowboys in an interdivisional game in one of the wildest games of the NFL this weekend.
Yeah. All right, Hot Take Monday is brought to you by Wheels RV. Happy Thanksgiving from Wheels RV, 5 miles west of Exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. The best brands at the best prices and a lifetime warranty that's always there for you so you can camp with confidence. See Lee J and Chris and the whole gang. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of Exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
We're going to read some text here as we get going. Shock from Fort Smith says, I wish the fans would get off Sam Pittman's butt with how this season has gone. So you're 6-5 right now with the chance to be 7-5 regular season after next weekend, and then you could be 8-5. The season is not concluded, right? And so the text that I have received in regards to Arkansas's football thus far is, why are we celebrating a mediocre season? I would counter that with, it's not mediocre because it's not done. Now, if they lose next weekend, or this weekend, I should say, which I think they're going to, I am not going to pick them to win in Columbia until they actually do, then 6-6 is a mediocre year. It's what I had before the season. I hope they go 8-5. That is a really, really good season. I think the expectations for a lot of you before the season began is right around a fringe bowl team. 8-5 is not really a fringe bowl team. If you finish 7-5 in the regular season and get to 8 wins, that's a really, really good year. That's one shy of what they did in 2021. I don't think you can jump the gun and call this season mediocre because it hasn't concluded yet. I don't know why everyone is so quick to just, again, make a point about this year. It's not over. Did they look good on Saturday? No. What did everyone tell you before the game? They're not going to cover. So hopefully you bet on Louisiana Tech, and your team still won by 21.
Depends on where you got it at.
Now, yeah, that's a good point. Now we'll see what kind of football team you have when you go into Columbia, Missouri, against a team that's been a little up and down this year, maybe a little underperforming based on their expectations preseason, and Tommy, a team that is not going to go to the college football playoff in the Missouri Tigers.
Yeah, and we're going to find out how much this rivalry means really to both programs, because Missouri, what other than bowl placement, they're going to be likely in that group of 6. I was just kind of studying up on that. Obviously, when the playoff gets done, the bowl game in Orlando, the Citrus Bowl, as we've called it, it gets its choice first, and then there's that group of, or that, say group of 6 probably isn't the right word because that's more of a basketball term, but that next 6 bowls, and then you drop down, it's Gasparilla and Birmingham Bowl.
Which one's in Tampa, and then one's in Birmingham.
Arkansas is kind of on that fringe right there after those 6. Could you get one of those bottomless? I think Missouri's firmly in that group of 6. And you look with Oklahoma winning, and there's 12 bowl assignments depending on how, if you think 3 get into the playoff, it's interesting. Arkansas is not going to be left out, but you wonder where they fit in the pecking order of everything. And who's ahead right now in that order, Oklahoma or Arkansas, with equal records going into the last week?
I would say Oklahoma just because of brand. That's where.
Does brand matter when you're talking about Gasparilla versus Birmingham?
I think.
Come on.
Here's my opinion. But if you're an executive of one of those bowls and you have an opportunity to bring the Oklahoma Sooners or the Arkansas Razorbacks, I mean, objectively, you're taking Oklahoma, right?
Depends on where it's at, I guess. The Liberty Bowl's in that group of 6 bowls. Nashville, Vegas, Charlotte, in there, because this is a year the SEC goes to Vegas for that bowl. But
I got a buddy that texted me in from Tampa this morning, and he went there for whatever that bowl was in 2021, and they had a great time. So he's hoping that they end up for the Gasparilla Bowl on December
Oklahoma and
20th.
LSU this week. I don't know if you're rooting for LSU, but I mean, you're rooting at the bottom of this.
We did get a text earlier. I think it was Ryan in Prairie Grove. This was the first time this weekend he was actually cheering for the Oklahoma Sooners, which was just an utter sheer domination by that defense. I mean, that was one of the best defensive performances you'll see all year. I think Alabama managed that field goal in either their opening drive or early in the first quarter, and then Oklahoma just picked apart Jalen Milroe. That was one of the worst games he's had in his college career. Fantastic just win for Brent Venables in that program, and that was quite a scene in Norman, Oklahoma.
All right. Brought to you by River City Coatings. Powder coating isn't just a layer of paint. It becomes part of the metal that can withstand chemicals, abrasions, and more. So if you need anything at all, powder coat. I had a very small job. I had a new golf cart where it was. There's aluminum, so things magnetic wouldn't stick to it. River City Coatings, I got some metal strips. They powder coated them, perfectly matched the paint, bolted them on, and, you know, you can't even tell that they weren't there to begin with. They can do small jobs like that. They can do the large jobs as well. They also do laser cutting, press brake forming, and welding as well. So basically everything you need for your shop for your fabricating, forming, welding, and powder coating needs can all be done in one place. It's River City Coatings, 479-471-7675, 471-7675, or go to rivercitycoatings.com.
Talon forced to run inside the 40, first down at the 35, inside the 30 to the 20, cuts outside of the 10, 5, touchdown Arkansas.
I don't think anybody goes into a season and go, man, I hope after 11 games we're 6-5. I don't, but getting bowl eligibles feels pretty good.
Majority of the fan base did not think we were going to make a bowl game, and we've made a bowl game, and they're still unhappy. I hope it's someplace warm. Let's go to Tampa, man. That'd be great.
Fland out of there with it. Janelli ahead to a do for a two-hand slam. Back to Reed, rolling to his right, throws to the end zone.
This is the opening drive presented by First Financial Mortgage in Fort Smith.
So I was in SEC country this week in Nashville, Tennessee, and Tommy, with Texas A&M going down and now with 3 losses, every other SEC fan base there was cheering for Auburn because then they feel like that their team has a better opportunity to make the college football playoff, as was the same with Oklahoma and Alabama. Anytime Oklahoma made a play, people were excited about that. You look at where the standings are right now in the Southeastern Conference, where Georgia has secured a SEC championship appearance. We'll see what happens in College Station this weekend between Texas A&M and Texas.
We were all worried about those tiebreakers, and it's real simple. Georgia's going to play the winner of Texas and Texas A&M, and we don't have to worry about the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and then
it all worked itself out.
Tennessee sitting at 9-2. They play Vanderbilt this weekend in Nashville. That'll be a hard-fought game, I would think. Maybe South Carolina has an opportunity outside looking in. I mean, there's just a lot of teams, again, with 3 conference losses: the Gamecocks, the Crimson Tide, the Missouri Tigers, and Ole Miss, and then a few with 2 like Georgia, Tennessee, and A&M. Texas has that lone loss to Georgia, so we might be headed for a rematch of the SEC championship game. This has been a weekend, and I just don't know if you're Greg Sankey. I think, again, like I said about Arkansas season, you have to wait until what happens in the college football playoff, but the SEC is not in good standing right now with how many teams maybe were expected to make the college football playoff, and we'll see what the rankings look like tomorrow night.
Probably 3 at this point, because if A&M loses to Texas, they're out. Texas, it doesn't. I think they're in if they beat A&M. Georgia's in right now. I'd say that's probably the easiest call. And then if Tennessee beats Vanderbilt, they won't make Atlanta, but they're probably. I think A&M's out with a loss to Texas. I think Bama's out after losing to OU. I think LSU's out. Ole Miss is out. You know, so I mean, you know, we're going to discuss a little bit later on in our Morning Rush Daily Question the 3 lost teams in this league, because there's going to apparently be a glut of them, it looks like.
What was the best game of the weekend? Was it the conclusion with Auburn and Texas A&M? Was it the Dallas Cowboy game with the Commanders going back and
forth?
forth?
You asked him most surprising. You asked him best finish. Best finish was A&M Auburn.
Or
probably
overtime.
Most enjoyable to some, it wasn't necessarily for me, was Alabama OU.
Were you cheering for OU? Did you?
No.
You still were going for Alabama that game?
I was not. That was a tough one to watch. Ole Miss, you know.
That was a great game.
That was another great game with Florida. That's probably the most entertaining game starting.
And we hadn't even mentioned that. Florida wins 24-17.
DK in motion. They go Wildcat. Montrell Johnson to the
for whatever reason, the reason I picked a lot of upsets this week, and I was telling you I thought Florida had a great chance, I thought Oklahoma, is because all their big rivalry games are this weekend. And I know coaches will say, well, we don't look ahead, blah, blah, blah. But you had, for example, Mike Elko had that slip this past week about Texas. I mean, that is just ingrained in college teams' DNA that they get up for certain weekends. This weekend, and Arkansas doesn't rise to the level necessarily. You hope they do. Like we got this text from Tanner in Tupelo saying, "Has anyone ascended to the highest level of bleep faster than that idiot loudmouth coach in Missouri? It's embarrassing to say he's originally from Arkansas." Well, the thing about Drink, like talking and doing stuff like he did against Mississippi State. If you haven't seen that video, just type in Drink Mississippi State and you'll see what. Yeah, and he used some words there. It's like that's what creates the bubbling rivalry, and hopefully that rises and whatnot. Yeah. And this game this weekend, again, it doesn't mean as much because Missouri's not going to the college football playoff, but Arkansas.
If Missouri wants to win 10 games, they got to beat Arkansas and go win a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
And 10-win seasons still matter.
They absolutely do. They absolutely do in the setup this weekend. I did not get it. I listened to some of the basketball game. Did you end up going or not? I know you were debating.
I did watch the game.
I rewatched some of it.
Dominant for a while. They let Little Rock kind of come back and make a single-digit game of it. I don't want to say it was cat and mouse. Arkansas was playing shorthanded.
They were up 17-3 from. They were up 17-3 from the tip.
But then it got back to, was it 8 in the second half? I don't remember. It's Friday night. I've slept a few times. I never thought Arkansas was going to lose that game Friday night, but it did get a little uncomfortable midway through the second half. Then Arkansas put their foot back out on the gas, and that was that.
Ended up getting a 12-point win, 79-67, with Corliss Williamson, Big Nasty in attendance. Of course, Darrell Walker's the head coach for Little Rock Trojans. I saw that he stopped by Nick and Carrie's at Herman's before the game and everything. But I just think any time that you can welcome in a former player as an opposing head coach, I just think that's cool. And for Darrell Walker, who is one of the better players in the history of this basketball program, just like.
Well, it's cool till they beat you.
That is true. But he didn't win.
It's cool till they beat you.
That's the second time they've ever played. I heard on the broadcast, so we've only played Little Rock twice.
Yeah, there was I think an exhibition game is in addition to that. So again, these for however many years you didn't play in-state schools, and then the women beat Arkansas State yesterday, and that's changed a little bit under the regime of Hunter Yurchek. All right, that is your opening drive here this morning. It is brought to you by our friends at First Financial Mortgage. Hopefully that Ethan, his entire family, their entire team have a happy Thanksgiving. Want to wish them that. And if you're in the need of a mortgage this time of year, some mortgage help, an opportunity to learn, you can do so with Ethan. 479-782-9300, over 300 5-star Google reviews, and he's helped countless number of people in the River Valley when it comes to their house. Been with the company for over 10 years. You can check them out online at ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender. Really appreciate Ethan helping out with my initial mortgage.
Have we really seen this basketball team yet, though? And here's where I'm coming from. You had 7 players play Friday night, but until Joseph Adu is playing 20 or more minutes, not just spot minutes, until he's healthy, have we really seen this team? What's the complexion of this team like when he's in there?
He's their force down low.
Right. I mean, now you got an inside-out game. You got someone to clean the glass. I mean, we haven't seen that yet.
They occasionally will throw it into Big Z, but it's not.
He's not the same physical presence.
And I know he's got a good job. I don't want to belittle what his defensive presence has been, but with the addition of Jonas Adu, it will be a lot better. So there's a lot of truth to, we haven't necessarily seen this basketball
I just don't
team.
think we've seen the team and what it will be, what it will hopefully be in February, March. And I don't think we've seen a glimpse yet.
For the next 5 games, you're on the road. So
Eastern Maryland Shore, and then you go
tonight, 7 o'clock.
Tonight, Thursday, you go to Kansas City and play Illinois. So that's kind of the drill for this week.
Yeah, the setup for this basketball team, and not only, again, hopefully get Jonas Adu to act, but you're also going up against some much stiffer competition in some neutral site games. Now, talking about the basketball team was a little weary at times. You're getting a little anxious here and there. That was the case for the entire first quarter of the football game. I mean, that football game to start was not good at all.
I just wonder, all right, if the opening kickoff return stood, what does that game play out? Obviously you'd have a 7-0 game. It plays out different from that standpoint, but that just kind of felt like it let all the air out of the balloon a little bit early. All the early energy was gone when that was wiped out.
You're saying you thought it might have been a bloodbath if that initial touchdown had got started.
The tension and the anxiety, and I think those things get contagious and on both sides of the field.
Yeah.
You go in there and you return a 99-yarder on them to start the game, and I just think one side hangs their head low and the other side pumps their chest out, but that's just not the way it went. I just wonder if that hold had not occurred, that flag had not been dropped, are we having a whole different conversation this morning?
Was it?
Watching it, it was in that wad of players there. I hate when flags come in for holds and wads of players. I mean, I think it was there based on what we can see, but, I think it's got to be bigger than that to start the game.
Well,
10 seconds into the game probably needs to be a little larger.
If we're talking about the Missouri game next week, and if they play offensively like they did for a good chunk of that ball game on Saturday, it's not going to go well in Columbia. Here was Coach early on Taylor's struggles.
I think the protection was a little bit of problem early. I think we busted a couple of routes early. We just got to play better around him. But, he did miss. He threw high a couple times, which I think Dan Marino might have done that a time or two in his career. But he ended up getting it back, and we're really pleased with the way he ended up. For his entire day was a good day.
I don't know if the text you receive are like this, but I got several texts. We want Malachi Singleton at the beginning of that football game. And you end up getting a victory 35-14. But offensively, you've just been up and down this season. I think the outside the LSU and Ole Miss game, I've been really pleased with how Travis Williams' unit has played. You think about the first part of that game, I mean, they kept Arkansas in it.
Yeah.
And of any coach.
And the pressure they put on led to that Louisiana Tech series early where, let's say, they get down near the goal line, then they have a false start, then a bad snap, then a missed field goal. I believe that's the right order. So, I mean, the Arkansas pressure at the line was what I think caused the false start that led to all the other problems that unfolded on them on that drive.
And I saw in the game notes that they're one false start away from the most false starts that they forced at home this season. And I'm talking about the defense. So you as a fan, if you attended a game, you have helped. I know Sam Pittman has echoed that same thing when it comes to forcing the other team into penalties this year.
All right, that's where we begin this morning. Hey, it's Thanksgiving week. Get by Sassy's Barbecue. 2 locations in Fayetteville. The original Red House. That'd be a good place to go tonight for dinner before the game. Then tomorrow night, Coach Cowell is doing his radio show at the Weddington location, just there off Weddington on Steamboat. So you can take in Sassy's a couple times this week. Tender brisket, baby back ribs. And it's a great week for turkey. They do a great smoked turkey breast, too, that you can get as one of your meat selections on your plate. So get by and see them at Sassy's Thanksgiving week. They can smoke your turkeys as well. Sassy's Barbecue, 2 locations in Fayetteville. Eat, drink, and be sassy.
Isaac TeSlaa had a big game on Saturday. Sam Pittman had some things to say about that. We'll jump into that in our Hog Update as we continue on. Hot Take Monday coming up next.
Whoop, 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 meow. Whoop, 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 meow. Whoop, whoop, meow. Whoop, 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 meow. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
This is the Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop.
Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side.
Nope, I saw him, Matt. You still do believe in Santa, right?
Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess. A couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the Interfacegram www.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us. Ho, ho, ho.
Jackson right side, outside the numbers, at the 10, to the 5, touchdown Arkansas.
This is the Morning Rush.
Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients better lives with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, now offering same-day crown service. Mention you heard this ad on ESPN Radio at your next appointment and receive a free bleaching kit or $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a finance option for everyone, whether you have great credit and you're looking for the best rate or you're needing to build your credit with a reputable lender. We've got you. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
Hi, this is Melissa with True Grit Running Company. Is someone special to you missing out on life because of foot pain? Let's face it, if your feet hurt, you don't want to go anywhere. Give the gift of freedom. Check out our store for all kinds of options to benefit your special someone. We have perfect gifts for those suffering from a variety of foot issues, such as plantar fasciitis, bunions, tendonitis, diabetes care, neuropathy, or just tired and achy feet. Visit us today at True Grit Running Company, 6808 Rogers Avenue, Suite B, behind Chick-fil-A.
Stop by the Golf Nut today and check out the full line of lab putters featuring Lie-Angle balanced technology. Lab putters were used by 14% of professionals in the 2024 Masters Tournament. All models of the new Scotty Cameron Phantom putters are in stock, including the longer 38-inch model. Come discover the biggest selection of name brand clubs, apparel, and accessories in the region. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, your #1 golf shop for over 30 years.
Waldron Wave Rural Connect. Internet is now available in your area. Fast fiber internet and full-featured home phone are ready for you. This covers areas around Waldron, Bates, Winfield, Y-City, and more. Check out your address online today. The best whole home solution of internet and phone, all from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
If you knew all that Jody's Auto Service Centers can do for your vehicle and you'd never take your vehicle anywhere else.
My fleet is small, 14 trucks and cars. It's a struggle every day with parts, employees, and scheduling, but one thing I never worry about is vehicles. Jody's has special fleet pricing, special in and out service, or free shuttle and pickup and delivery service. And they do everything: service, repair, and maintenance. That makes my life much easier. All my vehicles go to Jody's.
Latest technology and highly trained technicians means we could do it all. From the most highly technical repairs to everyday oil change specials, tires, everything, even diesels. Jody'sAuto.com. Schedule free shuttle service or pickup and delivery. Get a tire quote, get financing. Jody's Auto Service Centers, voted best of the best by our customers year after year. We're your neighbor since 1984 with 3 full-service locations in Fort Smith and Van Buren. See for yourself at JODYSauto.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hog hats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
It's a big weekend for Isaac Tesla.
Green's going to throw on first down. Steps up into the end zone. Wants Tesla complete. Touchdown, Arkansas. Isaac Tesla with his second touchdown reception of the season, and the Razorbacks are on the board. Green, though, is going to throw on first down. Corner route, Tesla caught at the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas. Perfect for 27 yards, the second score of the day for Tesla.
2 catches, 38 yards, 2 touchdowns, Tommy.
And had a 19-yard punt return wiped out by penalty that one of his better punt returns of the season.
Here's what Coach had to say about it.
Love him. I mean, yeah, it was. The little roll pass that Taylor ran, he was wide open. Then the other one, he made a really good catch in the end zone. And Tesla is, to me, Arkansas. I mean, he's one of them guys that hard worker, doesn't complain, loves the Arkansas across the front of his jersey. He is what Arkansas is about to me. I was really happy for him.
Arkansas wins 35-14. You're 11 games in. Here's Sam Pittman's thoughts on the season thus far.
I don't think anybody goes into a season and go, man, I hope after 11 games we're 6-5. You know, I don't. You know what I mean? But getting bowl eligibles feels pretty good right now. I mean, it does. We've been supposed to win maybe 4 games this year or something. If you ask everybody and you look at whatever. So we got to continue to get better. I think we're going to have an opportunity to keep our kids that we have on the team, and with revenue sharing, it's going to help us tremendously. I think the future's bright.
How much does your opinion change on the season if they win next weekend? I know we're almost to the finish.
We got this note hung on the wall over here. You picked 6-6 before the end of the year. Me and Big C both said 7-5.
Yeah. And just to be clear, I want you guys to be right and me to be wrong.
But I mean, the season's played out maybe 15% better than I thought. The win over Tennessee helps. I mean, next week would make me dead on the number, but that I don't know that it will grossly improve my opinion of what's going on. I'm in the camp that Sam Pittman should be back next year and keep this coaching staff intact, get Taylor Green back, and another year with a better offensive line, and another year for Taylor Green with Bobby Petrino. This will be a much improved
can't
program.
Get blown out. Just can't.
Yeah, here's something to think about. If you win next week, 3 of your 4 SEC wins would be on the road. Has that ever happened in the history of Arkansas football? And there aren't, and Missouri is a good team. They're not a great team. They're a good team. They're going to be up and down. They're still vying for 10 wins, as you brought up earlier. Auburn, again, it's not always easy to win Jordan-Hare Stadium. Aggies found it out this weekend. Mississippi State's not any good, but that is something I think is worthy of mentioning. That 3 of these games would be on the road.
Some of that's your schedule. Some of that just who you played and where you played them. But which makes me believe that we really overvalue home versus road. We like to think it's a huge edge, but the better team wins regardless of where you play if you don't make more mistakes than the other. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
All right, that is your Hog Update this morning. It's brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Other things worth mentioning when it comes to the Razorbacks, you do play basketball at Bud Walton Arena tonight. 7 o'clock right here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. If you have any tickets and you can't go to the game, again, we will get those to someone that can. If you want to call us at 877-377-6963. Women's soccer was eliminated last night in Razorback Stadium. They lost to PKs to Stanford. They had a good season. Men's cross-country team got 3rd place in the NCAAs. Mentioned women's basketball team won by 16 against Arkansas State. And you also got a commitment in the class of 2026 4-star wide receiver DeQuane Prevo, who's a 4-star wide receiver from Texarkana. He's got offers like Oklahoma, Penn State, Texas, Auburn, Florida, FSU, and a bunch of other schools too.
Yeah, I was reading about the soccer game this morning. Scored a first half goal for the Razorbacks, and then gave up a 56-minute goal, and then they played through what do they call it? Golden minutes.
Golden goal.
Golden goal.
Yep.
Golden goal. Played through that scoreless, and then they get 4 of their 4 penalty kicks. Arkansas gets 2 of its 4, and that's a hard way to end your season because now Stanford, they get to go home and play Notre Dame at home, and I guess Arkansas would have played Notre Dame here. I'm not sure how that would have worked out, but definitely disappointing not to get to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, so that is how their season. If I had to guess, Clay Henry probably was watching it last night. He's really started to watch Arkansas women's soccer since the SEC network started putting it on Plus and everything. So I'd guess he'd had an opinion about that. He's going to join us in about 30 minutes from the Fly Shop. Text in from Hogwild and Van Buren. If you're 3 SEC road games or wins and you beat a playoff team in the Tennessee Volunteers, that's a pretty decent season. And that would, if you win 8 games, I think that's 3.5 more than the betting line had you at. When was it 4.5, 5? Well, it's kind of like what Sam Pittman talked about in his quote.
But the one that'll still stick in your craw is Oklahoma State.
Correct.
That's when you believe that your season could turn out a lot better. And based on where you probably thought you could go on that afternoon, were they 24th ranked or something like that when you played Oklahoma State? No, they were higher ranked.
Yeah, they were higher than that.
They were higher than that. But anyway, I
think they were top 15.
Now they're not. So, preseason, you can be wrong about a lot of things. Hey, if you need tickets for tonight's game, go to SeatGeek.com. If you're looking for basketball seats, and you'll find some there. They're the official resale partner of the Arkansas Razorbacks and the university. That's SeatGeek.com, the place to buy and sell your Razorback tickets. I hadn't looked to see if Bet Saracen's got the lineup for tonight's game, but they'll have that out.
Oh, it's like 30 something.
And is the Missouri game out
it
on Bet
is,
Saracen?
3.5.
3.5. So we got to get all the action for this weekend and a busy holiday weekend on the Bet Saracen app.
It's kind of surprising. We'll talk about that coming up, and we got our Morning Rush Daily Question, something involving SEC college football playoff teams next.
Talon forced to run inside the 40, first down at the 35, inside the 30 to the 20, cuts outside of the 10, 5, touchdown Arkansas, no flags.
This is the Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
I should say it.
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop.
Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side.
Nope, I saw him. Matt, you still do believe in Santa, right?
Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess, a couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Claus?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the Interfacegram WW.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Ho, ho, ho.
Arkansas is going to steal the inbounds pass, and Thero's going to go to the other end and throw it down.
This is the Morning Rush.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
I doubt you thought paint was anything like football, right? So you've got a favorite football team. Your painting team at the paint store in Van Buren gets you a solid primer, the perfect color, and a durable defense. That is what you want, right? Our team of Richards Paint and expertise always win for you. Whether contractor or do-it-yourself, we have the best team. The paint store in Van Buren. Go Hogs!
Looking for a healthcare provider that truly listens to you? At Elite Wellness and Aesthetics, their team of nurse practitioners offer personalized healthcare with their in-house labs. Get fast results. Elite Wellness goes beyond just treating symptoms. Their holistic approach addresses the root causes of your well-being. Whether it's preventative care, illness, or exploring natural treatments, your health journey begins with Elite Wellness and Aesthetics. Call 479-242-9355 for your appointment or visit fortsmithelite.com. Elite Wellness and Aesthetics, getting to know you inside and out.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson. We're live at First Financial Mortgage with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan was my mortgage lender here. And Ethan, between you and Emily, over 2 decades.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of experience here to help you get closed on a home really quick. We offer custom financing available through VA, FHA, RD, and conventional loans. First Financial Mortgage has a great history of lending in the area. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5, ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
The best things never change, they just get better. Like Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Choose from juicy charbroiled double cheeseburgers, melty hot ham and cheeses, or hand-breaded chicken tender wraps. 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink, all just $6.99. There's no skimping in this bag. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $6.99 Original Bag, only at Hardee's. These items only, tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
Let's take a look at the 3 lost teams in the Southeastern Conference. Texas A&M is 8-2, but 2 losses in the SEC. They got the one to Notre Dame. South Carolina is 8-3. Alabama 8-3. Missouri is at 8-3 as well. Ole Miss now 8-3 on the year. Of those teams I just listed, who has the best chance to still be in the college football playoff? Any of them? Any of them going to make it off that list?
South Carolina's playing the best right now, but I doubt they'll go.
I think, and they have Clemson this weekend. Here's the biggest key in all that. That's a good point, Christian. So Ole Miss is Mississippi State, not a good football team. Missouri has Arkansas. On paper, not a great win for them. Alabama, though Auburn just won this past weekend, Auburn has not been a good football team for the majority of the year. South Carolina has the most to gain rivalry weekend. So if you want to ask me to pick one, and they lost really tight to LSU earlier this year. They got blown out. Now, here's the issue, Tommy. They lost to Ole Miss. They got rocked by Ole Miss. But I would still say South Carolina.
The obvious answer is A&M, right? They beat Texas, go to the...
A&M is probably the better team.
Well, but as far as path to the playoff, I mean, I would say A&M obviously controls their destiny. They beat Texas. They get to Atlanta. They beat Georgia. They get an automatic bid. But I don't know that they can clear both of those hurdles. But would beating Texas by itself put A&M in?
No, because they have 4 losses when they lose. If they lose by themselves, if you say by itself, then I'm assuming saying that they'd lose the following weekend.
Fair. That's
so
right.
I would say that. But the reason, and I should clarify what I'm saying. I think South Carolina, they don't have the most to gain because, like you're saying, A&M does. But I think they have the path. The easier path of the two.
Well, they have a straight line, A&M does.
Yes. I think South Carolina,
I don't know they can win both those games, but obviously they control their destiny.
I know that game's in Clemson. I know A&M's playing Texas. I don't think Texas A&M has enough firepower to beat Texas this weekend. But I do agree with the scenario you just laid out with the SEC championship and everything else.
Tennessee, well, I mean, fact, not opinion. Okay, Tennessee plays Vandy. Tennessee beats Vandy. Are they in the playoff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 losses, 1 loss on the road against what's going to be the eventual SEC champion or SEC runner-up in Georgia. A tough road loss here in Fayetteville. I think Tennessee, as long as they win this weekend, they are squarely in, to be honest.
All right, that's your Morning Rush Daily Question, brought to you by Cart Path Social.
Yes, this week, take advantage of indoor golf on Thanksgiving. If you need to get away from the family or you want to come with the family, they are going to be open by booking only. So check them out at cartpathsocial.com for an awesome indoor golf facility in the heart of Northwest Arkansas, 122 Grant Place in Lowell. You can check them out on social media, on Facebook and Instagram as well. Over 500 courses to choose from. Plus, on Black Friday from 9 to 5, it's just $35 an hour per bay. Not per person, per bay. BYOB always at Cart Path Social. Bring your own food, bring your own drink, and have a great time with your friends and family at the best indoor golf facility in all of Arkansas. So Sam Pittman had plenty to discuss after the game. Final game in Razorback Stadium this year. I thought one of the things that he said at the, I can't remember if this is the beginning or end of the press conference, but he talked about recruiting and where they are right now.
Guys, y'all's been making a lot of money off of, is a guy doing this, a guy doing that, or whatever, or your opinion, whatever. I've never one time worried about my job. I promise you, not one time. So, I wish we'd kind of move on because it kills us in recruiting.
We mentioned the commitment of DeQuan Prevost, the 4-star wide receiver from Texarkana that has offers all over the country, really to town. I think it's Liberty High School is where he goes to high school. If they win, if they can continue on, like you win these next 2 games, I would think that's going to be a big bolster for recruiting. Now, I know he's going to have to deal with his hip surgery in probably a week and a half or whatever. He's going to do that, but I would think they're going to have a pretty big surge in recruiting if you can close out the season with 3 wins.
See, I wonder about the timing of the surgery, and bless his heart, anyone else would have had it done weeks ago, but that just goes with the territory of what he does. I don't think that affects the high school recruiting nearly as much as it may be taking care of your current staff that might be lured away to another opportunity and being there and being present for that, and then dealing with all of the portal issues. It's not like his phone and FaceTime and all that won't work. He'll have a day or 2 where he's probably hard down, but those are the things that might be even more pressing in the immediate following the season is players making decisions on entering the transfer portal.
I would think that Travis Williams is going to have some suitors this offseason. I think that I can't say enough good things about Arkansas's defensive coordinator. He maximizes the talent that he has on that side of the football most weeks. Now, there are weeks like LSU and Ole Miss, and you just kind of scratch your head and you're just like, what's the difference? But I think that he genuinely is liked by his guys, and that was a big question I had is like, how would the defense adjust after losing so much at linebacker? And Sam Pittman was like, we got some guys, and they did. And you saw Barry Odom. Barry Odom, Tommy, was here for 3 years. Will you be able to keep Travis Williams one more year as the defensive coordinator? I'd be shocked if he was here after 3 years, but heading into year 3, could we see him as the DC this next year? Or is he going to go elsewhere?
He will. I mean, how do I answer that question with any fact? Season hasn't played out. I mean, is there a chance he leaves? Yeah, but I mean that's true with anyone. So I mean, him coming back, having that continuity. There hadn't been enough years under Sam Pittman with both coordinators returning back-to-back years, and you really need that this coming year. There's been too much instability in regards to coordinators with this program.
Yeah, Briles.
I think it's just nature of the beast now.
Yeah, Briles and Odom in 2020, 2021, and then 2022. Then you went to Dan Enos in 23, and you had Travis Williams as well. And if you get Bobby back for another year, and then you have Travis Williams to have that for 2 straight years and be 3 years for Travis Williams as the defensive coordinator, that could be something on that. Now, your schedule next year is just brutal. It's tough, but that would be something that when you talk about taking care of coaches, that's just kind of in the back of my mind on what could happen with that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want coaches that nobody else wants. I know that. If no one's trying to hire your coaches away, you don't have a very good staff. So that needs to be something you're dealing with annually as coaches looking to leave for lateral or better positions or head coaching spots. Because if no one's coming after your staff, you don't have a very good staff.
Tell you who some NFL rosters you're going to want, and that's Andrew Armstrong. Here is Coach Pittman after the game on him going for over 1,000 yards.
It's incredible. And, Division II guy came in from Commerce and played Division II football and then come in here and had a pretty good season last year. And then to go over 1,000, 1 of 5, big deal. And I'm really, really proud and happy for him.
So he joins a list of Anthony Lucas, Kobe Hamilton, Jarius Wright, and Traylon Burks. Now, he credited Kobe Hamilton after the win, saying, I watched a lot of Kobe Hamilton film heading into this season. He's second all-time single season in catches with 69. Kobe had 90 back in 2012. But of anyone on this roster, Tommy, I know Lando's really turned it up. He's got 4 sacks in the last 4 games, and you're like what you've seen from him on the defensive end. But I don't know if there's anyone that's helped his draft stock more on this team than Andrew Armstrong this year.
Well, we're not talking about a bowl game this morning if it wasn't for Andrew Armstrong. I do know that. So, I think everything you're saying is right. But I know this team's not sitting here at 6 wins without him.
And he said something on social media after the game, which I found interesting. He's never been on a winning college football program.
Wow.
So I think like this weekend means something to these kids. A bowl victory would mean something to these kids. And Andrew, like you said, has been a big part of at least being in that possibility and that area. And him and Taylor Green have just formed quite a connection, which has been fun to watch. And we got a text earlier saying that, well, they find Andrew too much, and maybe that's Tesla and Haz and some other guys are underutilized. But anytime that he gets thrown the football that his way, I just think he's going to catch it because he's been so steady for this offense all season long and busted 1,000 yards. So congratulations, Mr. Andrew Armstrong.
Yeah. Hey, does your business need help with a website? Maybe your website is underperforming, looks bad, never been developed. Maybe you don't have one at all. For $95 a month, Modular Orange can create, host, design, secure, and help you with your website in every way, shape, or form, so you never have to worry about it again. You know, a website for a business, it's just like having a utility. A water payment, electric payment, got to have a website. Why not do it where it looks great and it's affordable? And Modular Orange could do that for you for just $95 with no upfront cost. That's $95 a month. 479-755-3043, 755-3043, or go to modularorange.com.
Earlier in the show, you were talking about, hey, the basketball team, we haven't fully seen it yet because Jonas Adu isn't healthy. There's Trevor in Brazil. Here was Coach Cal after their 12-point victory over Little Rock and just getting these guys back.
Got to get guys healthy right now because it's hard playing 7 guys. And I'm playing my guards too many minutes. But the game got close in the second half, so I just left them in, trying to win the game.
I believe Boogie Flan, Tommy, leads the SEC in minutes right now. True freshman wants to be out there, but that's something to monitor with this team as you continue on. And there doesn't seem to be a timeline in getting any of those guys back. But your schedule really ramps up after tonight against Maryland Eastern Shore. When you think about the teams you're playing here in the next few weeks, you're going to need Jonas Adu, most importantly, as your steady guy down low in front court.
A lot of people have their feet up, kind of resting, watering the horse a little bit this week with a holiday week. Not this basketball team. You know, not our boy Chuck Barrett. They're going to be busy. They're going to be traveling. There's just a lot going on.
Chuck's got a week ahead. You think about the game tonight. Then
Coach Cal tomorrow night.
Yeah, Coach Cal tomorrow night. I don't think there's
everything's off Wednesday. There's no Sam Pittman this week.
Sam Pittman live. But then you've got the game on Thursday and then the football game on. So he's working at least 4 nights.
I guess he'll drive from Kansas City to Columbia. That's for fans. If you want, hey, you got time off, good week to do that because when you look at the locales this week, you go Kansas City, then right over to Columbia and watch both games. Weather forecast not looking ideal.
It cold?
Supposed to get
just freezing.
Supposed to be. It's supposed to be cold. I don't know about freezing, but cold.
Do the Chiefs play? When do the Chiefs play this weekend? You want to kill 3 birds with one stone?
I think they're back home. But
okay.
because they were on the road this past weekend, played in Carolina. Fence Man Friday picks, we won't have them this week because we'll be off for Black Friday, but anything you need involving a fence, gates, powered automatic gates, anything with fence or fence repair, they do it all. 782-3936 for our friends over at the Fence Man. It is a Hot Take Monday. What is your hot take? What are you most opinionated about today on this Monday? It's brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb-based brands.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
This is The Morning Rush. On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive into Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
Hit the road. As a licensed institution, we have access to many grants, including the GI Bill now.
Great. How do we get started?
Come by 4400 South 16th, take a tour, talk to our instructors.
It's American Welding Laboratories. Find out more at theweldinglab.com.
You never know what you will walk up on or find over the hill at the Tackle Box. For almost 50 years, the Tackle Box has been your home for hunting and fishing supplies and some of the best outdoor stories. Whether guns, ammo, fishing supplies, or home decor, come back and see them again. They even buy your old fishing tackle or guns. The Tackle Box, your sports store for hunting, fishing, firearms, and more. 3010 Street, Fort Smith, 646-3193.
The adventure starts at the Tackle Box for sportsmen just like you.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, partly sunny skies, slight chance of seeing a shower across the south. Temperatures will be falling from the 60s to 50s north, from 70 into the 60s south. Mainly clear to partly cloudy, overnight lows in the 30s tonight, and then sunshine highs in the 50s on Tuesday. I'm Sally Russell with the forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits. You're listening to The Morning Rush on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
Don't touch my beef jerky now.
Guys, y'all's been making a lot of money off of, is a guy doing this, a guy doing that, or whatever, or your opinion, whatever. I've never one time worried about my job. I promise you, not one time. So, I wish we'd kind of move on because it kills us in recruiting.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
and Tommy Kraft.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about this, cowboy?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those. Oh.
It is hour number 2 of a Hot Take Monday edition of the Morning Rush. Tommy, did you know it's also National Eat with a Friend Day? If I Clay's here, we're going to go eat lunch.
With a friend day. Friendsgiving? Is that like a Friendsgiving?
Of sorts.
I bet you do a Friendsgiving, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind
A lot of friends.
That fits your, that fits your vibe.
Eat with the family, eat with the friends, eat with Clay Henry. Clay, where are we going to lunch today?
I think it's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at the Fly Shop.
All right, deal. I'll skedaddle over after the show.
I just got one. You'll have to.
We can half it.
Yeah, my wife cut him in half, so you can have the little piece.
Okay. All right. Well, that's better than nothing at all. Clay's with us here. Next 10.
Oreo double stuffed cookies.
Ooh, man.
I bet those don't make it to lunch.
What is
Maybe not.
What is lunchtime for you, Clay? 11?
When I get hungry.
Okay.
11.
There's no structured time. It's just, this food's here. Gene Ann made it. I'll eat it when I want to, when my stomach starts to rumble a little bit.
All right, Hot Take Monday brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. You're always going to find great brands like Grand Design, Forest River, and Brinkley. You're going to get a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell at Wheels RV. The thing that separates Wheels is you deal with the owners. They're right there every day. Chris and Lee J on the spot, working your deal, making sure you're a satisfied customer when you leave. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This hour of the Morning Rush is presented by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
Played 35-14 the final in Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Rashad Dominion has a big day, over 100 rushing yards. Talon has a couple plays in that game that made you just go, whoa. What stood out to you in that game on Saturday?
Yeah, I think that started with me with the dominance of the offensive and defensive line. And when you talk about what you can do defensively with only 3 men rush and 1 linebacker and control the game, then you've got a great chance to win. And they made 4 horrible mistakes in the kicking game, but they were so dominant at the line of scrimmage. And when I say that, just think of it in this term. Fake punt, they made 26 yards. Fake field goal, they made 7 yards. That's 33 yards. You take that out of their rushing total, and they had 6 yards on 31 carries.
Jeez.
6 yards on 31 carries in offense. That's dominance, and it's you're going to win the game. And took them a little while to get started, but it's about being able to control the offensive tackles and defensive tackles in the line of scrimmage, and that's where Arkansas has improved this year.
Clay Henry, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette with us. It's brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. You think about just really both teams and all the mistakes early, and they couldn't capitalize on those, whether it's the turnovers or the penalty on the opening kickoff, or, then Louisiana Tech gets some field position, gets down in deep in the red zone, then false start, a bad snap, miss a field goal. I mean, it was a grand pillow fight in that first quarter.
Yeah, it's there were a lot of things that happened in the first 10 minutes, and it made you think that it was a day ripe for an upset, because things were going the wrong way. But that second quarter came around, and as soon as Arkansas scored those 2 touchdowns, you knew the game was over, because Louisiana Tech couldn't move the ball, and they came in wanting to run it, and that was a no-go. They treated them the way you should, an opponent that's 3 touchdowns underdog. They had the game under control for 3 quarters, and it's a beautiful afternoon, and there's a lot to be encouraged about in the way they played, and I think they've got a real chance to end this drought in Columbia, Missouri, and it starts with the quarterback, and he can make plays with his feet. You need a home run hitter. You need a guy that can make a play that you don't draw it up, and he's that guy. And it just the dynamics of what he brings to the offense. You have to live with a few mistakes here and there, maybe some decisions on the passing game where he misses a guy. You have to live with that, because what he brings the rest of his arsenal is pretty sweet.
How does having that extra day this year change, or does it change anything? Traditionally this game's been on Friday on a holiday week. Does having that extra day change anything in your mind about this game and having another day to prepare?
Yeah, it's beneficial, because now you have a chance to really do Thanksgiving right. It's not jammed in the middle of travel. I mean, you can have your Thursday and then travel on Friday. So I like it better for both teams, but I don't think there's an advantage either way.
Clay Henry with us this morning. If you got questions for Clay on this Hot Take Monday, you can text those to us, 877-377-6963. When you look at the totality of the season, and I know we got one game left, but we've discussed this morning how Arkansas has played better at times, got a chance to have 3 of their conference wins on the road this year. Is that simply just a function of schedule and who you've played at home? You've had the harder teams at home and the teams on the road, or is there something programmatic about this team that they do play better on the road, which might gives you a little more hope for Saturday?
Maybe. It's certainly what we're discussing. I mean, I don't think it's just us. I think everybody can see the difference. But I do think when you consider that the teams they played at home were pretty good,
yep.
That's the main part of it. And I think if you played Mississippi State in Fayetteville, you'd crush them. I think if you played Auburn, you'd crush them 9 out of 9.
Yeah.
Well, they got a big-time win this weekend. Talk about Auburn in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Clay, what do you make of the mess of the SEC after this weekend with several teams going down?
Yeah, Texas A&M to me that's problematic all year. They've gone back and forth on quarterbacks. They lost their running back. He was their best player, and Arkansas. You look back and you'd like to have that game over because I think Arkansas is the better team. And as you've played out the season and you've been able to really focus in on what Texas A&M has done, I think some teams have really scouted them and realized that they are limited in what they can do offensively because of their quarterback play. They got a runner and they got a thrower. What you got at Arkansas is you got both. What you've got at Missouri, you have both. If you're limited, these defenses in the SEC are just too good. They just make it tough for you to score. And but it's as far as the SEC overall. When you look back, I don't know. Maybe it was I wrote this for Hit That Line about, hey, there's going to be wrecks.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be wrecks every week. The league is just too balanced. The parity because of the portal. The top teams cannot keep their depth. It's spread to other teams. You look at Vanderbilt, how much improved they are because of the portal. Arkansas fits that description. There's a lot to say about what South Carolina has done to rebuild through the portal. Part of it is with, a healthy Rocket Sanders. You're just going to have a hard time holding serve as far as the favorites because of the balance in the league. It reminds me of the NFL where if you win by 7 points, you just chalk it up to a great win. I mean, you win by 1 point, chalk it up to a great win. And there's going to be upsets and wrecks every week.
Is the SEC in danger of only getting 3 teams into the playoff, Clay?
I don't know if it's in danger of it. I think that's where they're at. It's fair. It's what they deserve. Now I will say this. Indiana's a pretender. Anybody that thinks that they deserve to be in that spot with a bye the last few weeks, just because they're an undefeated Big Ten teams, that's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And they would lose, with the right schedule in the Big Ten, they would lose 3 or 4 games. With the right schedule in the SEC, they would lose 3 or 4 games. And I hope the committee looks at teams the same way they did Florida State and say, it doesn't really matter what their record is. This is what we see. This is the eye test. This is the team they are. And they don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're sitting 10-1 right now. Get blown out. I think it was 38-15 against Ohio State this weekend.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been that. So yeah, 38-15 the final against the only top dog opponent that they've had on their schedule this year.
The only one that can break an egg. Mm-hmm. That's the only team they played that is capable of playing in the top end of college football. There's just not anybody else on their schedule that you would say measures up to what Arkansas has played the last 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, because with Missouri ranked, it's 7 teams you played that's ranked this year. Oklahoma State's fallen out of the rankings, and I think 6 of those 7 maybe are still in the rankings at this point.
Leads the nation.
Yeah, so I mean there's the proof in the pudding right there. How many are still in the rankings today?
If Arkansas had played their schedule, they might have done the same thing.
Be 10-1, and so we'll find out tomorrow night with the college football playoff rankings that will come after that. Clay, good stuff, brother. Appreciate you jumping in. Hopefully the internet gets restored at the Fly Shop.
So are you on your way for peanut butter and jelly?
Let's see. We got 48 minutes. I'll be on my way in 48 minutes.
Okay.
Just say that. Just say that smaller half for me.
Might be more like a mid-afternoon snack. So
that sounds good. Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving, Clay.
Thank you.
All right, Clay Henry with us, brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Get your license right now at huntnatural.com.
That sounds good.
Peanut butter and jelly. I hadn't had one of those in a while.
I haven't either.
Strawberry or grape jelly?
Strawberry. Grape.
I don't want to say indifferent. I prefer strawberry, but I got some of that peach habanero from Clampett's Country Kitchen down there. A while back, and man, and then they got a strawberry jalapeno that's really good. So you can kind of step up your jam game. Go by Clampett's there and get some of that. That'd make a really good peanut butter and jelly. So crunchy or smooth?
Smooth.
I can go either way. Smooth's fine, but I kind of prefer the crunch of it as well.
I don't like. I just don't like the crunchy at all. Never have been a fan. Never will be.
Bananas on it?
Yes.
Peanut butter and bananas?
Yes.
Little dose of honey? There's a lot of good ways to make that.
A lot of good combinations if
Yeah.
you need to on that. Again, it's National Eat with a Friend Day. I'm going to make my way up to Norfolk and eat with Clay after the show today
Or you
as
could
best
just
I can.
go across the street to Heidi's and have you a fried bologna
There you
sandwich. Do that. All right, this hour of the Morning Rush brought to you by Sawyer's Sunrooms and our friend Buzz Sawyer, 8605 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith. Buzz is getting ready for a big Thanksgiving week, and let me tell you, they've been around for more than 30 years. In fact, since 1990, and Buzz and his family have really helped improve homes, but now they've expanded not only into sunrooms, but also patio covers, pergolas, siding, driveways, and windows. So if you've got a driveway or maybe just a section of your driveway that needs repair, needs replaced, they can do that, including decorative concrete. So if you want the stamp look, the stain look, they can help you with all of that as well. Pergolas are really fun. And they do the covered pergolas with the powered louvers, so you can control the shade and control maybe the cover from rain as well. Plus 100% financing available. And they don't do just large jobs. They do the small jobs, the big jobs, and everything in between. They're licensed and bonded and insured, so you know you're dealing with someone that's protected, reputable, and local, and has been around for more than 34 years. Go see Buzz Sawyer. He's our buddy. He'll be yours as well. Sawyer Sunrooms. That's Sawyers-Sunrooms.com. Sawyers-Sunrooms.com, or see them at 8605 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith.
Before we chat with Ryan, where do you stand on the Larry the Bowling Ball and that whole ensemble that took place after the game?
Well, I don't know if it's played out because you hadn't seen Larry in 2 years, but I think it's a better gig better bit when it's done in October, early November. Listen, that team's worked hard. That Larry is for the team. It's not for us necessarily.
Okay.
That's a motivating piece. I hate to use the word gimmick. I can't come up with a better alternate word, but that's something this team has used internally. So I have no problem with that. I mean,
someone compared it to
Larry's
Club
got a lot of dust on it.
Yeah.
Celebration of another year. You're going to be here another year.
Someone compared it to Club Dub this weekend.
Oh no, it's nothing could be as bad as Club Dub.
I think my stance on this, I mean,
it's a season goal.
Yeah.
I mean, every team, I don't care if you're Bama or you're Arkansas or anywhere else in the college football land, making a bowl is the goal. And maybe you say, well, that shouldn't even be talked about. Well, it's got to be a goal for everyone.
Sam Pittman established, he said the minimum of this team is the bowl game.
I didn't say that was the height of their expectations, but it's somewhere on your list of things you expect to do. They accomplished that.
What I stated earlier in the show, and I think this is true. This is an opinion, not a fact. But, I mean, if you lose next week, I'd say it's a mediocre season. 6-6 to me is me. And you win the bowl game, whatever, regular season-wise. It's, yes, you've got some role. But, like, you win next week, and you somehow win a bowl game, you're at 8 wins. That's a big deal to me. To double what your win total would be from last season and to head into 2025 on the right note. A lot hinges on what happens in Columbia, Missouri, I think, in terms of how you feel about the season. Because I think a lot of people kind of had you as that fringe bowl team. Well, you made a bowl. Now let's see if you can expand beyond that. Ryan's in Hot Springs this morning. Ryan, welcome to the Morning Rush.
Oh, good morning, guys. One thing I left off on the other show that I meant to say and didn't say it was, look at Nebraska. They had a solid coach in Bo Pelini. They fired him, and they haven't made a bowl in 8 years. And honestly, had the Pittman thing not worked out as well as it has, we could be potentially been in the same boat. So it's one of those deals. Growing up, I didn't really fully start following football till right around 2007 to really actually keep up with it. I mean, I always root them on, but to actually like keep up with it game in and game out wasn't until I was, really a teenager. And, from that time, we've not really been to very many bowl games. So it's, I try to enjoy every one we get to go to, no matter the season. Obviously, I would like to see us, do better, and I don't want to have a loser mentality and accept, mediocrity. But also, too, like I said, when you haven't had it, like some of these other teams, like LSU and other, I think it's, it should at least celebrated a little bit. Obviously, I don't think we should be doing a parade, but I do think it, when you, comparing to other schools, when you look at Vandy, they're having a similar year. They're probably ready to do a parade, and honestly, you probably can't blame them. I guess what I'm trying to say, the bowls to different teams mean different things. I guess is where I'm trying to go with it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that does. I just think Arkansas fans bristle anytime there's a comparison between their football program and Vanderbilt, because you look at your program as the better program, kind of like this weekend in Missouri. Even though you can't win this game for whatever reason, you think that your football program is better than the Missouri Tigers, even though since they've joined the SEC, Tommy, that hasn't been the case since 2012.
There's 10 programs right now with a week to go that have 4 wins or better in SEC play. Nobody has 7, and Georgia can't get to 7. The only one that can get there is Texas. So that tells you how narrow the gap is. The parity in this league it is for real this year, and Arkansas can join that group with a win this week with 4 SEC wins and be even with Missouri at the end of the year in conference wins.
Be nice.
So, when you look at what's reality, I know 4-4 in this league is, in some of your minds, not a lot to get excited about, but I don't think we also understand how difficult it is just to win 4 SEC games. Arkansas has not done that yet. They got a chance to do it this weekend, but this league is chock full. And you could end up with, let's see, how many are 3 this heading into this week? I said there's 10, 2 more, Arkansas and Vandy. So you got 12 teams that got 3 more wins. You could have potentially 12, but probably, and at least 10, let's just call it 11 teams that do not have losing conference records this year.
Yeah. SEC's cannibalizing itself.
Tough.
That
tells you how tough this league is, how deep this league is.
Mm-hmm.
You make a case that maybe Oregon, Ohio State, and those teams at the top of the Big Ten might be better than the teams at the top of the SEC, but you want to stack them up 1 through 8? Come on, because I think you'd have a winning record with this league.
Keith's in Fort Smith. Good morning, Keith.
Hey, morning, guys. Happy early Thanksgiving to you guys. Just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you guys' coverage of our Hogs and the dedication y'all put into this. I called last time on the Texas game, went to that game, didn't call back, called the other guys that talk about farts and whatever they talk about. I never called them and won't call them again. They're later in the day. But anyway, long story short, wanted to call and say I couldn't agree more with your assessment in regard to the gauntlet that is the SEC, the gauntlet that the Hogs face, going from 1 millionth ranked in offense to even taking the gimme games away, beating a Tennessee team at home, playing a Texas team that could very well play for a national championship within 10. I've been cautiously pleased with the way our Hogs have played. I think this game this weekend coming up here is going to be critical to figuring out. I don't know exactly the day. Y'all check me on the day. Is it Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Okay.
2:30. Right? I think it's 2:30. 2:30 for game time.
I'm sorry. I get in a Thanksgiving week. I lose track.
Well,
but
that's a good thing.
Yes, sir. Anyway, my point is this: this guy's a nerd. I think Drinkwitz is who everybody talks about in a different group chat. I think you got all the SEC head coaches for the most part. I think you got Drinkwitz out here on his own. I think this game defines how we think about our season. And I think if we want to go and put a real big feather in our cap, we just picked up a huge commitment out of Liberty Ilo High School. Huge commitment. That kid is a baller. The Prevost kid, he is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very excited about that. Let's go capitalize on that and make the kid that didn't pick us last year from our own state who I ain't seen do nothing on that field now. I know they got Luther Burton and all that, but let's go to Columbus. Let's go get after them, and let's go put a total ribbon on this season and give these people who continuously love to see, even though they got a Razorback on their chest, us struggle. Let's have them have to go back on Thanksgiving on that Saturday and question all the negativity they want because our guys went and reversed the streak up there in Missouri.
Thank you, Keith. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and thanks for the call. Brought to you by WT Equipment. They had the best deals of the year going on right now on all model year 2023 and 2024 Workmaster and Boomer compact tractors. Right now, you can choose 0% financing for up to 72 months or get $8,000 in cash back right now at WT Equipment. Or for a limited time, get a free loader when you purchase your new Workmaster or Boomer tractor, or harvest the best deals of the year right now on the value during the Value Bonanza. WT Equipment in Springdale and at their 7 locations around the state. Find one near you at WTEquip.com.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk.
Tip no good, but Brazil's dog goes down.
This is the Morning Rush.
I still see the way.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
And he's in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk.
They lob it low, and Brazil throws it down.
This is the Morning Rush.
Lord, I'm taken by the look on my face.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the Morning Rush.
All the Road Hogs have the hot calls and the tailgate ready to roll.
Hi, everybody.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got trophies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive in Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike
Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got puppies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive in Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561. Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores.
14, Oklahoma, big time win against Alabama, 24-3. Florida upsets Ole Miss, 24-17. UGA takes care of UMass. Tennessee takes care of UTEP. South Carolina takes care of Wofford. Mississippi State falls to Missouri, 39-20. I know there's some things have been made of Eli Drinkwitz. I mean, you can very clearly tell what he's saying at the end of that game broadcast. At the end,
you're a lip reader.
Yeah, lip reader. As they get a victory in Starkville, and then LSU, hard fought game, but they win against Vanderbilt. and 24-17 in Death Valley on Saturday night. There's several good games on Saturday night.
Yeah, LSU's another one. Brian Kelly, I don't know how many coaches are going to be firmly on the hot seat this year. I would think even with buyouts, contracts, I can only imagine the pressure that LSU's under. And they got to play OU this weekend. That they're going to be more confident. So that'll be.
So that game's in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a big moment for Brian Kelly to kind of put some water on the campfire.
7-4 would finish the season. 8-4 regular season if they win next week. I know that it's been an up and down season for the Tigers. I mean, getting just mutilated by Alabama at home earlier this year didn't do himself any favors. But they expect championships in Baton Rouge, and Brian.
Well, 8-4 is not going to cut it.
No,
but boy, 7-5 probably gets you fired.
Yep. All right, that is your SEC update this morning, brought to you by our friends at Burton Pools and Spas.
Hey, if you're feeling stressed out and ready for a break, unwind with a de-stress for less hot tub sale at Burton Pools and Spas. Melt away your stress in the world's best-selling hot tubs designed to rejuvenate your body and mind. Save up to $7,000 off during this sale. Free local delivery, free installation, free water testing, and you can treat yourself to the pure relaxation that comes along with a great hot tub from Burton Pools and Spas. Find them in Springdale. They're in Fort Smith. They're also in Greenland and always online at burtonpools.com.
Eddie is in Clarksville this morning. Eddie, what's going on, buddy?
I just want to take an opportunity, Jim, and like I said on the morning rush, to wish you gentlemen, you and Tommy and, just the entire Hog Nation, a very happy Thanksgiving. But when you talk about this game, here's where my passion's fixing to get rolling. There's 3 programs in this conference I expect us to compete with every year. No excuses. And I expect to beat. And one of them, we just beat Mississippi State. Of course, we got our doors blown off at home against Ole Miss. But Missouri's had the better of our program under the leadership of Coach Sam Pitt. That's just the fact of it. And I expect us to beat this program year in and year out. And that's not taking place. One of the reasons is, I think our offensive line, we could compete a little better. How many years is it taken to address our offensive line? Especially the right side of our line. And if this game against Louisiana, yes, you got bowl eligible. Thank God we had a lower tier team at the end here so we can get bowl eligible. Let me tell you something. You go Saturday and get your doors blown off, well, how does this fan base going to feel about next season? All hope is
Fair
lost.
question. No, well, I don't know if all hope is lost, Eddie, but it definitely 7. What did you say, Tommy? 7-5 sounds a whole lot different than 6-6.
Well, the chance to win 8, too, depending on.
They're 3.5-point underdogs, Eddie, heading into Columbia. Vegas thinks it's going to be a good game.
Well, sir, I expect us to beat this program year in and year out. You talk about the facilities in Columbia compared to Fayetteville. You talk about the passion in this fan base. Look, you're fixing to hear it today, baby. Because I tell you one thing, I bleed all red. This program's echoed in me and a lot of our fans like California Gold, baby. And they're behind you. But you got to go Saturday and display 2 things, pride and passion. That's how you're going to beat them.
Yeah.
But if you go down there, be inconsistent, don't bring your pride and passion, leave it back in Fayetteville and get your doors blown off like you did last year, let me tell you something. That's totally unacceptable. I want the offensive line to go block like they're capable of blocking. I mean, you're built like Hercules, and you block like the Sisters of St. Mary's. And that can't take place. So where's your pride going to be out Saturday in Columbia, baby? Because this fan base wants, 7-5. Not only that, you have an opportunity. You get the Battle Line Trophy. Bring it back to Fayetteville. I got a little grandson. He just fixing to be 4 years old. Somebody handcrafted me a wooden whistle. Said, Eddie from Clarksville, I want to give him that whistle. And after we beat Missouri Saturday, I tell him to blow it. Because he'll blow it all over the place. Thanks for taking my call, gentlemen.
Thank you, Eddie. It's troubling to say that Arkansas has only beaten Missouri twice since they've joined the SEC. Not a single win has occurred in Columbia, Missouri. So you got a chance to do that on Saturday. And I found it funny. So Keith called in earlier and talked about this game defines our season. How many times have we heard that phrase uttered in 2024 when it comes to the Arkansas Razorbacks? And I'm just as guilty of it.
When you're right here on the cusp of mediocre versus good. You're nowhere near versus good versus great. One or two wins define where you belong in the pecking order. As we talked about a minute ago, 10 teams have 4 SEC wins. You got a chance to join that group this weekend. I mean, I think being at least 500 in your conference record is a big moment in your season.
And you can say Sam Pittman, I mean, to make 4 bowl games in 5 years, which let me go back to the notes real quick. Nutt, Hatfield, who are the other ones that have done it? Broyles, and I think Holtz was the other one. I mean, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah,
but
I mean, different bowl era based on those days.
Number of games,
8
too.
or 10 games or less. But you look back at this season, and particularly just conference games, A&M's really the one game you can say slipped away from you, and you should have won possibly when you lost it. Other than that, you won kind of in dominant fashion most of the time. Mississippi State's a good example. I don't know how this weekend's going to turn out. You beat Tennessee in a surprise win. The games you lost, and you lost at home, Ole Miss, LSU, they were the better teams. It just dominated your hind end. So, I mean, when you look back at it, I also wonder what the narrative or the thought would be if you hadn't had such a sluggish first half with UAB following a tough-to-swallow Oklahoma State loss.
Mm-hmm.
Those are still things that I think are right there, not in the back of our minds, right on the forefront, right on the frontal lobe right now. So I think that's still sticking with people as we talk about it this morning. Hey, brought to you by In Stock Parts. If you're someone that's the mill manager, you're the parts purchasing agent, you're the person responsible for making sure that things stay up and stay running at your plant or your operation. In Stock Parts has everything you need to keep the plant running, keep the mill going, so to speak. Gear reducers, shaft couplings, electric motors, starters, variable frequency drives, bearings, belts, chains, and more are all right there at In Stock Parts in Fort Smith. They're on Highway 45, right across from the cold storage. So anything you need to stock up and get the storeroom ready, or a part you need to get that machine running and up again and producing, they can help you with. Stop by anytime and check them out online, InStockParts.com. That's In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource. If they don't have it, they'll find it for you.
Away left side, Jefferson flashing for a steal. Theo to the other end with a left hand. How about that? Adu Theo throws it down. It's 49-31.
So Arkansas gets a 12-point victory over Little Rock Friday night. You play again against Maryland Eastern Shore tonight. I think Theo has been a big surprise. I don't know if he surprised Cal, but he definitely surprised me. Of the 3 Kentucky guys that came over, I was more excited about DJ Wagner and Big C, but Thero's been the most consistent. Here's Cal after the game on him.
The biggest plays were effort plays. Those were the biggest plays he made. He had 6 steals, all effort steals. He outworked the other guy to get the ball. The biggest play for him, in my mind, he knew we needed that missed free throw. Who missed it? Billy? And he went and grabbed it and lays it in. And who was it? Carter missed it.
He's so fun to watch because he's like a blue-collar guy that's still scoring 20-plus a game. And he's got a lot of areas. I mean, 6'8", 6'9", can guard any position on the floor. Really enjoyable thus far. And Tommy, I think he's a junior, if I remember that right. You're going to need a guy like that that's kind of been through the wars of college basketball when you start your road trip this Thursday against Illinois Final Lineup.
Yeah, and I still contend we have yet to see this team. Until Adu is in there, and until you've got him out there, you got a big true 5 presence inside. I don't think they really can do the things they want to do at this point. All right, happy Thanksgiving. It's 10:41 on this Thanksgiving Monday. We're brought to you by Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202 is their number. Still time to make Thanksgiving reservations and join them for a great Thanksgiving meal. It's also the holidays. A lot of you have kids out of school over the next month or so. Make your plans to spend a night or 2 or 3 at Gaston's. They've got nearly 80 private cabins and lodges, perfect for any setup, whether it's just you and your son or the 4 or 5 grandkids, or you want to take the family of 4. Maybe you got 15 or 18 or 20. They've got accommodations for any size group. Great restaurant that overlooks the river, fireplaces in most cabins, full kitchens in most cabins as well. And there's plenty to do on the property besides just fish. Check it all out at Gastons.com. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Hey, Arkansas, are you feeling lucky? Because the Lotto jackpot is seriously over $4 million right now. A jackpot this high won't last long, and this one is only one in Arkansas. Some lucky player could be buying the winning ticket right now. Play twice a week for your chance at a life-changing jackpot. Tickets start at only $2. Don't miss Lotto, only in Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Get the best deals of the year on select New Holland tractors and hay equipment right now at WT Equipment during New Holland's year-end value bonanza. Get the biggest savings with cash back plus 0% interest, $0 down, and 0 due until 2025. Don't miss your chance to harvest our best deals on New Holland's best equipment during value bonanza now at WT Equipment. Offer ends December 31st or while supplies last. For commercial use only. Subject to credit approval and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
This is The Morning Rush.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbIrdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jim. They have several locations in the Arkansas area, but I specifically want to talk to you about Jim Mart number 10. Great deli. My goodness. Great lunch, great dinner. But have you had the breakfast yet? It's the best in town. And they have that convenient drive-through window. So when you're heading north or south on 540, take exit number 6 for Jim Mart number 10. 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith. Jim, the leading gas station and convenience store in the area.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
It's Ty Richardson live at Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental. I'm here with my friend Gail Rainwater. One of the many things you guys offer is tuxedo rental.
Yes, we do a great business of renting for weddings and proms. What sets us apart from most other places that rent clothing, you get to try it on. You come in, we measure, you try it on immediately. And the reason for that is we carry everything in stock. You get to check the fit immediately. Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental, where it's fun to look good.
Walk-Ons is always a win, whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner. Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into their mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
This is Northside head football coach Felix Curry. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Hi, this is Ricky Smith, head basketball coach for the Northside Lady Bears. I dial 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Football and fall, what a great time of the year. It's also a great time to take advantage of York factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
Hey, Ty Richardson, I'm with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan, I know you're a wizard here at First Financial Mortgage, but you do okay with the sticks as well.
Yeah, I've been playing golf since I was 5. I've been in the golf game for a long time.
Question is, what are you better at, golf or lending?
I have to say that equally both. I've used golf in my career to kind of help propel it as well. I used to prepare hard with golf. I do the same thing in work. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5. FFB1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
They call him a mixer, right? DJ mixer. Ty, help me with this. Is that describing
A mixologist.
Mixologist.
Yeah, DJ works here, Clay.
Green to throw. Time. Now he's going to run. The field opens. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. That was too good not to take advantage of. Taylor Green runs it in. That is the 4th touchdown that Green has been responsible for tonight.
All your favorite podcasts in one place. The Hit That Line Podcast Network. Just search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts.
I think it's funny that all of our fan base seem to be calling Eli Drinkwitz a nerd. Text from Casey and Lincoln. Boys, we got to play a whole hell of a lot better on Saturday. I still don't trust our cornerbacks and safeties. That nerd Drink is going to try and throw all over us.
Yeah, Luther. That Luther the third. Why am I
Mr. Burton.
Burton. Yeah, I kept wanting to say Burks. No, right.
You're good.
Luther Burton the third.
Player,
him
man.
against our secondary. That should keep T. Will up a little bit. That should keep Sam Pittman up more than that hip hurting. That's a problem this week. So that's the matchup that is going to probably dictate the winner.
I don't expect Arkansas to force 5 turnovers like they have in their 2 true road SEC games. You think about going to Auburn, going to Mississippi State. I'd love 5 turnovers on Saturday, just not initially expecting it.
Hey, if it's time to spruce up your existing home or even build a brand new one, you can trust the experts at Farm Credit of Western Arkansas to help you choose the right financing option that is best for you. Go to myaglender.com or drop by any of Farm Credit's 25 locations today and get started on building more family memories.
All right, something that we haven't talked about yet this morning, something I was expecting is to see Braylon Russell. Didn't play on Saturday. Here's Coach.
He was not fully healthy last week. He was healthy this week, so I got to figure out exactly, why. And a lot of it may be that 22 was healthy and RW and all that, but we believe in him.
So no runs for Braylon Russell. Rashad Dominion got 15 carries, had 112 yards, had himself the best day of the year. Taylor Green, 6 rushes for 61 yards. DeQuinton had 16 carries for 55 yards. And then Rodney Hill had a carry, but no rushes for Braylon Russell, which I thought was kind of surprising, particularly since Coach said he was good to go there.
Yeah. And how many games has he played in so far? I don't think he's a kid you really need to preserve his red shirt. I don't know, backs generally don't stay with you 4 to 5 years in particular, but so I don't know that's really in the equation for him. But I often wonder because way he laid that out after the game is almost like he got lost in the shuffle. I got to figure out why. Well, I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he surpassed
well past that.
Yeah.
So
no red shirt opportunity.
Yeah, and shouldn't be for him as well. Shouldn't be at all.
Hog basketball back in action tonight. Bud Walton Arena, 7 o'clock. I know, Tommy, you've scouted Maryland Eastern Shore. You know everything about them.
It's it's another one of those games, and I wonder about the crowd tonight. Big C said during the break, could it be the worst crowd of the year? I don't know. Monday night, holiday week, kids out of school, don't have to get up early. That might actually help things.
Think so?
Yeah, it might actually help get a few more people there. River City Coatings is in Van Buren. They got 25 years of experience and offer a variety of colors when it comes to powder coating your metal items that will be able to withstand chemicals, abrasions, weathering, and more. And now they can offer not just powder coating, but laser cutting, press brake forming, and welding as well. River City Coatings is now your one-stop shop for fabricating, forming, welding, and powder coating. 479-471-7675. 471-7675 or go to rivercitycoatings.com.
All right, so tomorrow we're going to be back with Bruce Stanton. I don't know where you guys are going to go in your...
And Georgia's got to be one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Texas has to be too. That I don't know that much because I mean it is wadded up there. Think if we were doing more than 6, how hard it'd be, particularly when you got to about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're doing the whole league.
College football playoff
Wow.
committee has a tough job. It has not been laid out. Now, the SEC championship is one game away from deciding who Georgia is going to meet, the Longhorns or the Aggies. But, yeah, in terms of the college football playoff committee, Big C, it's all over the place tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm thinking Tennessee 3, but when you get to number 4, that's a little tricky.
Yeah, yeah. So
There's
we'll
a lot of teams that could be number 4.
We'll have that kind of to lead the show tomorrow for you here on a Tuesday edition of the Morning Rush. It's been a Hot Take Monday brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. The best brands, the best prices, and always, absolutely always, a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell with our buddies Lee J, Chris, and their award-winning crew. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
All right, coming up, halftime, Phil Elson, the quarterback, Matt Jones. They'll take you along for the next 3 hours. Stay with us here on ESPN Arkansas. HitThatLine.com. Everyone have a great Monday.
Hey, Arkansas, are you feeling lucky? Because the Lotto jackpot is seriously over $4 million right now.